JB doesn't like me to stay overnight when his wife is out of town. We've been dealing with each other on and off for 7 years. He's only been married for 4.
Wait.
I know.
So she was there before the marriage even. So when they were even like dating or whatever, she's been there. Niggas that get away with it for 7 years.
Cause you know I'm tryna change. You ever took a loss, charge it to the game. When we see girls, we don't slang. Any MC, I put them in the grave. I'ma make them disappear.
Oh,
and we're back.
Bitch.
How's it going, bro? It's been a minute.
I'm chilling.
Oh, yeah, just minor production stuff before we start going. It feels off when you don't do this for a while. Even though it's like you're having a conversation, you feel like you have to get back into the single things again.
I be forgetting how to do this shit sometimes, you know?
And then I think we did it maybe a month ago on Sharon Speaks podcast. Everybody go check that out. It's a good episode with the boys. Check that out. Different side of, different angle. It was different type of podcast. So
honestly, was it?
I don't know. Maybe it was more.
It feels like we've done that.
Yeah, that's true. That's just.
Like,
I can't remember.
We fuck around most times, but it gets serious every once in a while.
Yeah, every now and again. Yeah, that's why they say, Digi, you're so intriguing.
This guy's
you're so mysterious. Who are they talking about? I just be minding my business, man.
that's what a nigga be doing, isn't it?
But I get it though, because it's like they'll see you on a pod and then no online presence at all. Mm-hmm. So they're like, why is this nigga loud and quiet at the same time?
Yeah, no, what's good? Because someone's like, I don't even have the pod to check if you're alive anymore.
That's a good point. It's like, what's that nigga doing it to? And every weekly there was like a touch point. Now there's like 0 touch points to see where I did you. Because me, you can find me on Twitter, man. I'm there, Sir Jordan.
But you know what it is though? If you're looking for me, you'll find me. Yes. Just ain't nobody looking.
Will they though?
Yeah.
I don't know,
bro. To be fair, I've had the same number.
Yeah.
You can hit me.
Fair.
And if you really need to find me, you know GB's there. You know you're there.
No, I mean fair. But I guess some people it's like, yeah, I guess some people just think they can just, because of the internet, it's tricked people into thinking you can just access people without even looking for them. Because there's people that are like, or just say, oh, haven't heard from this person, and they just go see their story and they're like, oh, they're there. Or you don't even need to wonder. Their story is gonna update you on the shit that's going on.
After I'll be like, actually, I haven't seen this person's
exactly.
story.
You're like that. That's the only way. Then he's like, well, would you reach out to them? No, you just wait until they upload a story, and they'll come back. Sorry, guys, I was on a social media break.
You get what I'm saying? You know, it's one of them ones where they traveled 6 months ago. They traveled again.
Yeah.
Now you're always on holiday.
because the 2 times you posted is because you were traveling. That's good.
But that's low-key what it is. Like if people see something on your story back to back, they automatically think you're always doing that.
Yeah, they'll attach that to you. Mm-hmm. That becomes your identity.
Bro, like what's it called? Like there was a time where I went Brum a couple times. Niggas was like, did you move there? What?
Even Dave was calling you that.
Don't mind that Dave, man.
Shout out Dave, man. Dave, come back, man. Let's do an episode. Man, what's up, man? Let's catch up. How's it been? How you been? Last time, a month since we recorded.
I'm fucking exhausted, G. Like, no, honestly, last night, bro, I couldn't sleep. I was tossing and turning till like 7:30.
Yeah.
And then
7:30 in the morning.
Yeah, it's 7:30 in the morning. Which other 7:30?
No, I didn't hear the 7 part. I just heard the half.
Yeah, to like 7:30. Slept for like 2 hours. Popped up, and now we're here.
God, what do you do? Does that happen regularly with you, or is it just one of those nights?
Now you know. Recently, I've been finding it so hard to sleep. Like I've literally been up every day. I've seen essentially every day I've seen the sunrise.
Oh God. Yeah, no, I remember. I haven't done that since basically when those ones you're up at uni days. You have to like 5 a.m. just watching shows because next episode,
bro.
Next thing you know, so I used to hear my dad get up for work, and I'm like, all right, it's enough now. No, I need to sleep.
I remember one year, one summer, it was bad. As in, like people were texting me. This was when I was still good on my phone. No matter what time you text me, I was up.
Oh jeez.
I think I was up all night. I was even doing American Pie marathon, watched every single one.
I know you say it was bad, but those are the best summers.
Those
are the best summers. Because you have nothing to wake up to do in the morning. You can just watch the whole trilogy of American Pie. Why? Because I could.
Bro, I'd go sleep at like 9 a.m., be back up at like 12. and just be up doing nothing.
Yeah. I was the same. I go to sleep at like 7. I hear my dad get up to work like 6, 7. So all right, time to sleep. Then I'm up at like 1 p.m. So all right, what the niggas doing today? where the niggas out today? You go on Bebo quickly, or I think that this time was even Facebook already. Yeah,
no, definitely was. If you were on Bebo in uni days,
no, I think it was Facebook. Group. I didn't have a BBM, so like I didn't really have group chats like that till WhatsApp really kind of started making group chats. I didn't really have group chats.
Good old days, bro.
Yeah,
What about you? How you been, brother?
Oh, it's since we last recorded. It's been maybe a month. It's been a solid month. I was in England, went to visit my brother, met his babes for the first time. She was cool.
You know the question I'm gonna ask.
Well, yeah. Yeah, she was cool, and that was obviously there was a lot that happened. I checked out OC. I think OC was in my town. Tommy texted me, and I don't know what to expect, but I was pleasantly surprised. So I pulled up. You know, my hair was looking dusty, and you know, it was like one hair looking dusty, cat, whatever, yeah. But the third year of conditioning told me you can't wear a hat inside a church.
Did you pull up with a button down?
What?
Did you pull up with like a shirt?
No. I had like I think it was like tracksuit and like a hoodie. I looked like this. Yeah. I looked like this. But then I was like, a hat's too much though, because you just think like I'm being disrespectful. This is God's place. Blah blah blah. I walk in. The niggas were hot. I was like, damn it. So no, but it's really cool what he's actually created. The community is like he's been able to curate and create. Just actually, obviously, we've heard of him. To actually be in the room and to witness it, and his way of preaching and the analogy he used and the demonstration. I think that's kind of what surprised me a little bit about it. That he was very demonstrative and he was willing to kind of like put his words, literally show you, and it was easier to digest what he's saying. I know Mike, I think his name is Mike Todd. Maybe I'm wrong. Yeah. So he does a lot of that as well. Like there's one that he was getting a haircut and he's moving. At times I feel like Mike Todd's doing a bit too much.
Wasn't the one that rubbed spit on his face or something?
Yeah. No, that kind of stuff. It can be a bit too much.
Bro, I don't care if you're the pastor. I'm fighting you.
It can be a bit too much, but that was cool. It was cool to. And shout out him. He reached out after to like say to take thanks and everything. But I was like, okay. But then I'm looking at it. I was like, shut up, fair play, man. There's that little Christian community now that exists, and fair play.
I think it's one of those situations where
it's cool because
it's like people like you, and it's like you can go there and not feel like, oh, I have to do this auntie. I have to do this. It's just kind of like everybody's young, everybody's on the vibe. If we're getting lit, we're getting lit.
Yeah,
nobody's telling you don't play that instrumental. It's secular music.
Yeah. No, that's what it is. That's what it was like. It was a cool little. It's a cool community that they've been able to curate and create. I went to that as well. I checked that out. And other than that, like...
Wait, quick question, yeah?
Yeah, it was...
How different is KD's performance from a live show to him preaching? I
think that's kind of what maybe surprised me, because I've seen him on stage on a mic in one capacity. So maybe you already have the connotation or the notion that, okay, this is what it's going to be when he's in front of people. But no, he's calmer, cooler, laid back, expressive in a way that he will expand his points better. Maybe that's what you have to do when you're preaching. And whereas on a podcast show, it's a bit more fun. You're trying to get the jokes off or the funny bits off or whatever. But this one, he's trying to get a message across. So he will expand on it. And if he has to double down and reword things, there was a part that he brought someone on stage and changed them to show transformation, do you know that kind of way? And then you're like,
so he potted.
Yeah, you're like, oh, you're actually seeing visualization of what he's preaching about, and I think that was different too. And he wants to be more clear, let's say, in what he's saying. This is my perception, anyways, in what he was saying on stage. Whereas maybe on a pod, we've done one show. There's things that you maybe want to hit. Okay, we're gonna do this next. Okay, we're gonna do this next. Okay, now it's a game. So okay, get the guest on. So maybe also when you're podding, you have these things in mind. But when you're preaching, I guess it's maybe like you don't have as much of you can expand on certain things more than you would have in the other form. So it was interesting to see that, because maybe I was expecting the podding guy, and I'm seeing this I'm like, wow, I was pleasantly surprised, not gonna lie. Like even the whole atmosphere. I love praise and worship, and the girl that they had singing, I don't know her name, killed it. Like everything. It was just like, I wish when I was more in the church, I always say this, I wish when I was more in the church, my mom was dragging me weekly, I wish I had a community like that. Maybe I wouldn't have need as much of a push to go to like, oh, mom was taking me to the church today. Because I would have even been younger, and I would have been like, even if like, you know what, it's a vibe and this girl there. I would have been on that. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie.
Church when I was younger, that was it.
So I would have been like, oh, I actually, because even like, well, obviously there's gal in church, but I was like, I don't want to. The being there isn't worth the girl that are there, because but this time I was like, you can actually be like, oh, I'm not seeing the presence of God. You can feel the presence of God, but the extra motivation, because they even said it on their pod that they get people that come to OC just for girl. He's like, yeah, come, there's plenty of them there.
Yeah, it's about getting you in the door.
Yeah. Full up. So that was shout out to Tommy. Tommy invited me, and I was like, all right, shout out to him as well. So I think that was it, and obviously hosted you, man. I hate hosting, man. Even the niggas I like. Even the niggas I like. I was like, oh.
Bro, you know it's peak when niggas are sitting around talking about politics. Your son is just looking like...
Yeah. And that's that stage as well. Like, I was that update. That it's getting to like a fun stage now. If you were there, obviously you see me like, just crawls around, kind of like maneuvers, and when he kind of knows who his parents. He knows who his mom is for sure.
It's not kind of. He knows for
that's
a
his
fact.
mommy's boy. We love it because leave me alone.
You know what you come up, she has him to you. His baby's crying.
Yeah.
He
like,
just wants you.
You come off and it'll crawl all the way back over to her. So it's like this is the stage where I think people are telling you enjoy the baby stage, because
It doesn't last for too long.
The first 4 or 5 months I couldn't enjoy it, but now I'm like in the midst of like loving it. Like now it's fucking. You understand what people tell you, and it's hard to understand when you're not a parent until you're actually living it. Because even like I'm more empathetic towards, like I would see something that maybe my brain wouldn't have even processed that way, because I am a younger parent. Like I was in the shop the other day, and there was a mom in front of me with her toddler, and he had like something to help him with his breathing or his earring. Usually I would have noticed that, but it probably wouldn't have touched me as much. But then now I look at, sometimes I see kids and I see like young kids, even like toddlers, 5, 6, 7 year olds, those kids, and sometimes I just see like, that could be my kid one day. So I'm even giving more grace and like, oh, annoying kids on the road. Get off the road, man. I was like, that's gonna be that kid one day.
Is he safe?
Yeah. So drive slower. And then when I saw that mom in the shop and I saw her with her kid, I'm like, wow. I was like, all I could think was, wow, that must be really tough to go through that. Because all I could imagine is like, I have this thing in life, I never say it can never be me, or it's not gonna be me. Facts. Because it can always be you.
And life will hear you. And say,
yeah. And it's only by God's grace that certain situations don't happen to you, because it can also be you. So sometimes I look at that and I put myself in those situations, and I'm like, and I would have never done this before, because obviously I would have just paid for my food and bounce. So don't know. I'm getting to the dad stage now where it's actually I'm like fully loving it and enjoying it. And I also went to Morris's 7th wedding. This is all the catch up we're doing right now.
We parted.
I went to Morris's 7th fucking wedding. Shout out Morris, man. But this is it, man.
Bro, I've just been seeing TikToks.
Do you know for a wedding now you hire a content creator?
Yeah.
For my wedding there was no content creator to hire like that.
Is that not just a package you can add on to the?
No. She has her own.
Oh,
captured by Vanilla. Everybody.
Wait. So we have the videographers and photographers, and then we have
you
know it costs a bag as well. That wedding industry is
€400 for the
bag
for content for the day.
For TikTok.
€100 for TikTok.
Bro, how many people making that?
When she was there, she was trying to direct us. I said, are you just doing content for the day? She says, yeah, that's my role. But I'm thinking like, this. I honestly thought this was like maybe one of like Sonia Morris's cousins or friend or something.
Yeah, that's what we usually do.
Bro, no. I give it a plug. Captured by Vanilla. She has her own account.
I will say, them TikToks are crispy. It might be worth the $400.
She did it on her phone. Like,
well, actually, there's no point now.
Whatever setting of phone she used, no, shout out, because it's so smart, because content is king.
Facts.
Like, and I get what you're saying, because I honestly thought it was the same. Obviously, you have the videographer, you have the photographer, the videographer gives the photo, and then they make content. No, she's also a different vendor that's there just for content. And then when she's directing you, she's coming in and says, we're going to do High School Musical. This is a room full of 30-year-old black niggas saying, my God.
But to be fair,
and when you look at it,
that's what we grew up on.
When you look at it, you're like, yo, this is cold.
but you know what it is, yeah? There's very few times that content isn't cringe until it's done.
Yeah, behind the scene, always look. Because remember when we were doing our photo shoot and Joe Vinci's video. And when you see the move, you're like, yo, that's cool.
Yeah, but after they do all this, no, but look, to be honest, like I do think it's wavy. I do think it's sick. However, but like So how do I start hosting weddings? Because this wedding industry is the biggest scam. What's wrong with TikToks?
Maybe I don't care if you forget your price, but like people are gonna do it because people want the content, and you don't like as a guest. I don't want to be like, oh yeah, Jordan, take content for the thing. Me too. I want to be enjoyed, even though being a groomsman is like a whole day shift. I only have 2 more in me. My niggas, if you're watching this, either I have 2 more. And if I have a second kid, I'm too old. I'm too
No. Wait. You see this way, the way you say you have 2 more, yeah? That can't include Nathan.
Yeah, okay, yeah. 2 more after Nathan. So, did you marry quick?
So, for what? the thing is, it's so funny because you think you have a choice.
No, I know.
Bro, we part together. I'm your wife's childhood friend. You have no choice,
I have no choice because I have to do it for Chris. I have to do it for you because Ayub is the one that used to travel everywhere.
Question, yeah? So when do we start hiring Fix out to do what's the one that
the ring bearer? When he can walk, as the minute he can walk, and you think he's not gonna swallow your ring.
That's, bro. Look, I'm telling you right now. I'm getting the pattern right. What's called cute baby ring bearer, right? Put his mom.
But isn't it like a cutoff age because you don't want to marry till you're 50?
I'm not saying me. I'm trying to hire your son as a independent contractor
in this wedding industry.
Fam, cute ass kid walks down the aisle. You know what? We might even flex it up and buy him a nice little range. You know the little cars that they be whipping in. Tell him to drive down that bitch.
Ooh, those are.
Do you get what I'm saying? Put some glasses on him. Bro, easy money.
Hey, if people are paying 400 euro for TikToks, who knows what they're paying money for?
Not everybody has a cute baby in their family.
Yeah, shout out Fix for real. But I think that's it. Like there was that was basically my catch up anyways. Like from traveling to Reading. I didn't really travel anywhere else. I don't think so. No, we didn't go for a weekend anywhere else. No, we're just planning little man's birthday soon, and then that's it. Well, no, that's me. Anyways, what about anything else happened with you? Eventful, because I feel like I just talked your ear off there.
Bro, you know right now, fuck what's happening with me. The only thing is like, bro, I don't know, Wagwan recruiters have been extra annoying recently.
In what way?
So, I'll give you a couple examples, right? So, this woman, she hit me up about one position, right? I was like, yeah, cool, sounds good. Let's go ahead with it. She's hit me back a couple of days later saying, yeah, I think they really like your CV. They want to set up an interview. I'm like, cool. I'm available whenever. Just let me know, innit? 2 weeks go by. During these 2 weeks, other recruiters are calling me and they're like, yo, we got a position, blah, blah. Turns out it's the exact same position. One thing I found funny though, one rate was a bit higher than the other rate for the same position. So I'm looking like,
What do you think do you think it benefits them to get you on a lower rate? Do they get like more commission from the other person?
I thought they got commission from whatever they landed you at. But what I'm hearing sometimes is that there's a budget, and if they save on the budget, they might get that.
Oh, okay.
So I'm not too sure.
Okay.
But either way, Sha, so I'm looking at the rates and I'm like, and now the second woman that calls me, she's calling me. She's bubbly. Yeah, and she looks like she sounds like she's ready to, she's hungry. She's ready to get this work.
She's on it.
Yeah, but I've already given my rights to the other babes.
Yeah.
3 weeks go by now, yeah. I'm emailing this babe like, yo, babes, like, is this happening or
What's
what?
The story?
Like, and she hit me back. She's like, "Oh, the woman's been on annual leave. The hiring manager's been on annual leave. When she gets back, we'll sort it out. She should be back on Monday." Calm. I always give grace, and also I'm a bit of a procrastinator as well.
Yeah.
So Monday.
If she's back on Monday, she has so many emails to go through. You're not really gonna be. You have to really like Tuesday, Wednesday.
Monday comes by, I'll allow you. Tuesday comes by, I'll allow you. Wednesday comes by. I think I even allowed Wednesday because I was like, I'll email. Fuck it, I'll do it later. I hate sending emails. Thursday, I emailed this woman, yeah. Tell me why 5 minutes, not even 5 minutes, a minute later, I get an out of office email.
She's on holiday. So does this job want to be hired or not? Who's doing this job?
This is like 3 weeks at this point. This is 3 weeks to get a fucking interview booked. All right, so now, so I'm like, all right, so you're on out of office. I take the email of the next person that is supposed to be whatever, blah, blah, blah. Yo, she said she'll get back to me. She ain't get back to me. What the fuck is up kind of a situation, yeah? Calm. This nigga gets back to me one of the days, yeah? And he's like, he calls me at like 9 a.m. I'm pissed. Like I told you, I've been seeing the sun rise every single day. So I'm, yeah, what's up, blah, blah. He's like, look, they've been taking their time, but I should hear back from them today, definitely. I'll call you back today, later on today, even if I don't hear back from them.
Yeah. 2 weeks.
Literally. Even emailed the guy nothing back. So that's that one. Another one, yeah. Me and this guy have been. Remember, funnily enough, when we were recording here last time?
Yeah, yes.
And
yes.
That is that guy. That guy, right? He's been hiring managers, been long, blah blah. We ain't really getting anything back. He calls me on a Friday. He's like, "Yo, bro, I should be here on Monday." Black guy as well. Black guy. Yeah. I was like, "Yo," he's like, "Yo."
How'd you know it's a black guy?
He texts me on WhatsApp.
Oh, okay.
So he's like, "Yo, should be here back on Monday, whatever." But then guys like, except only thing is, I might be here on Monday. I might not. My wife's pregnant, and she might drop any second. So I was like, but he's like, if I'm not here, someone will hit you.
Yeah.
That was 2 weeks ago.
Oh, he's on parental leave. I would have WhatsApp him. Yo, congrats on the youth and all. Yeah.
Hey, but what's the job saying?
What's the job saying?
But yeah, so essentially, it's just been a lot of stop.
Yeah, so you've just been doing basically admin stuff for a minute, yeah.
Bro, literally, even I don't know if it's me, but it feels like everybody's taking their time to get back to me. Like, the merch, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
I emailed them like time ago. And then it's one of those things I emailed them and I was like, oh, they'll get back to me. I kind of forgot about it. Essentially, 3 weeks went by. And I'm like, hold on, these people didn't even hit me back. I hit them back again, like, yo, while going for the update, they hit me back. It's like, yeah, cool. And I was like, yeah, cool. So what's the price? Like, I think I sent that email maybe a week and a half ago. I just got a reply now. So I don't even, there was something wrong with my car. Yo, help me. Like, I need to get this sorted out. I'm under warranty. Fix it. Yeah, cool. We'll book you in.
Do that's probably why there's like a lot of adults at work here that take a week off and say, "Oh, where did you go?" And the person says, "No, nowhere. I just need to get stuff done around the house." So they would just, because obviously they have like whatever annual leave days, and they know it's like August now. They're probably not going to use all of it, so they literally take a week off just to be like following up on admin stuff, getting their car fixed, doing stuff around the garden, and I'm like. And just like resting. I'm like, sometimes that's what you need to do. You just need to have a block of time to like put towards that one thing.
Yeah.
But,
actually, I was gonna ask you, since we were talking about your youth and stuff and how life's changed and shit like that.
Yeah.
Are you more parental to random kids? Like, let's say like a little black kid, would you be like, oh, don't do that or whatever kind of situation?
Yeah. Because even when we were there, I'm like seeing like Morris's nephew because he was like there. Again, like your instinct is like to look out for him or to watch out to make even just glancing in the room to make sure he's not doing anything he's supposed to do or making sure like, okay, where's your dad, or stay here. Like, I don't know. Because I see like maybe if I wasn't in the room or something, I'd want that for my kid, to someone to look out for them or have an eye for them. I don't know if that's what it is, or if it's just you become more parental when you have your own kid.
See, the thing is with that, I'm because if it's a kid that's kind of attached to you.
You mean like another kid just not attached to me?
Like let's say you're driving through Briggs or whatever, and you see one black youth doing something that he probably shouldn't be doing.
Nah, I keep driving, man.
Okay, now so I was one of my boys and the estate I live in.
Yeah.
She gets a little rash. The other day I was chilling and I just hear people shouting at like 1 a.m. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I'm here banging. It sounds like one woman she's throwing shit like fuck you, blah blah blah. That's why you got this person, and that's why, and like you're like she's only 15. And I was like, hey, fuck, bro, this is like 1-2 a.m. in the morning.
Jeez.
And it's like it's not even like on my row. It's like behind my house. So it's like for me to be hearing this so clearly. I'm not gonna call the feds because it's not my business at the end of the day. But I'm assuming one of the white people.
When would you call the feds? At what point would you be like, I should probably call the police? Where would they have to get to for you to be like, okay, let me be an adult here and call the police?
If the woman started screaming like severely, then I might be like, but and even with that, it's like I can only give you a general direction. I don't know what it is. And also it's just like
now you have to go fill in the report. You have to do more admin work. But I want to
I'm telling you now, I am not the person you want filling out a police report. That shit won't get filled out. But yeah, so anyways, I'm with my boy, and these like kids, they're probably like 14, 15. There's like a street light and they had like a pole. And they're just, little boys, kids being kids, teenagers being teenagers.
Does he have kids, your boy?
No.
Okay.
He's just very community, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. I'm just like, and so they're throwing the pole and they're trying to hit the light post. I mean, what's it? The tall light? The street light. They're trying to hit the street light or whatever. And I'm just watching them doing their thing. I was like, it's not my street light. I don't give a fuck. Do your thing, innit? My boy's getting agitated. He's like, to the point where he's like, stop doing that. Like, he's up to them. And I was just like, I was like, why do you actually care?
Yeah, why does he care though?
I don't know. Because he doesn't even live there. Do you know what I'm saying?
Some people have just remember sometimes you had some uncles that would just walk by and they'll start giving out, or they'll start, or even some aunties. You're like, why do you care?
I hear that, but these were white youths.
Oh. This guy's crazy. So you're like, if it's white, if it was black youth, you'd understand a bit more.
I would understand a bit more because it's almost like, because the way we were raised of this, it takes a village.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like, they see us in a certain light, so we got to police ourselves, and we got to. You can't do that because, do you get what I'm saying?
Okay.
And
so
it's like,
on a black thing, you're kind of more looking out.
Yeah.
So like, because you understand you're black, and the way this will be perceived might be negatively, and that will also affect you, it affects your whole community, because that's how they see you. But as you're white, it doesn't really matter.
My hierarchy is obviously people I fuck with, like family, all that kind of stuff. Family and friends of family and all that kind of shit.
Yeah.
Black people.
Yeah.
The rest. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah,
so it's kind of like he doesn't fit in any of these categories
for you to be like, I care.
It's not my street light.
Yeah.
I'm not paying for it.
No, in that situation, I couldn't give a rat.
Yeah, but that's what I was looking at him like, bro, because he was getting genuinely agitated.
But Simi's in a group chat where people give a rat. But we need those in the estate, you know?
Yeah, you know,
we need those. You need someone to care, because I don't give a rat.
That's different. You live in a house that you own.
Yeah, okay,
that you bought. It's like, if I bought the house now, you're bringing my property value down. Get that little thug out of here.
That Togaboo move, bro. Yeah, no, I hear what you're saying.
In a state where I walked out the other day, and in the middle of the green, you know that like big green outside my house. There's like a little concrete patch there. Yeah, I just see an oven. And like the glass is shattered. How the fuck did it even get there? And for that reason, that's why I'm like,
they're just in Compton. They're just in Compton. What's going on right here?
But yeah, anyways,
I won't police kids to that extent. I look after, with, like you're saying, if I care for them when they live in my vicinity, yeah. But if I'm driving down and I see these kids do, especially the teenagers, I beg. Like, those won't even be cheeky.
Maybe the only reason why I give a fuck a bit is if like my kid is outside and it's like, you can hurt my kid, or my kid needs, like, my kid's walking home and it's dark and the street light isn't working. Do you get what I'm saying? Shit like that. But if it's just fuck that shit, man.
Nah, I don't care. But speaking of kids, I fixed those swimming. And then on the bank holiday Monday, I went swimming. I saw 3 black dads. Well, me and 2 of the black dads was like, we're not making the same mistakes.
You guys give each other the nod, yeah?
Oh, well, obviously one of them was my neighbor. Oh. You know, the neighbor, so you know him. And the other one, I met him there, and obviously do like it. Because this is one for like they're like a year and below. So for me,
question now,
yeah.
Obviously, you know, we have the black connection. You see it, nigga. Walk into a room where you don't expect to see nigga. You see a nigga. You guys automatically become friends and shit like that. Yeah. Is there an extra level with that now that it's like, oh, you're a dad too?
Yeah. Because you're like, especially when they're like the similar age, because like you're going to the same grind I'm going through. Because right now it's like, if it's you're like 6, like, oh man, that's a mini human. That's a mini human being. You're not in the, let's call it, trenches. Because obviously then the mums, the wives, whatever, they sat there watching us, and all they were talking about was like, yeah, have to try to get childcare. So there's a common thing right at this stage is that maybe someone who has a kid, like for example, someone has a Godito has a 12-year-old, like he won't be able to understand because he's already like So maybe right now, maybe because of that little thing in common, it's with anything. If you have something in common with somebody, the whole thing is we're black, innit? So that's the only thing we have in common. So we give them head nod. We're like, well, now there's that extra level of it there. So
let's get into all the shit.
Let's get into Cittg. I was on TikTok, or TikTok got sent to me, and then it was talking about the demise or the decrease of podding isn't as entertaining or valuable. No, I'm not talking about this. This is about the podcast, yeah. And then they say we quit podding.
No.
There's a difference between quitting and stopping. Let's get This is why people are in toxic relationships.
Your ego has just changed
because they do not know how to leave situations that no longer suits them.
Word.
Because the thing is, if you know something does no longer serve you, do you still stay?
Word.
Do you? We just understood that, you know what, in this thing, what we're doing no longer serves us. So we left it. If you want to listen to more, episode 210 of the Words You Head Up podcast, and they broke it down well because they've done this on their like couple levels above us. And the way they break it down, it's like, yeah, lads, the juice just wasn't worth to squeeze because we don't have the infrastructure here to support weekly podding the way maybe other places do. If you on a monthly thing, yeah, and I understand saying like, oh, you guys can like, I understand KD's point saying we could just come here and record and drop the episodes, no thumbnails, no clips, and just audio and video. We could do that.
I can do that from your house.
You know, but what's the point? Like for us, anyways, we don't think we'd elevate doing the bare like at that level. So to say we quit is mispronouncing it. We just left a situation that no longer serves us because we're smart. That's it. That's all I wanted to say to these people.
What Jordan is doing right now, is he's doing it was an amicable breakup. Like it was 50-50.
We didn't quit. Everybody's doubling down, but you quit though. You think you guys should go? But I do love that there is appetite and thirst for us to come back, because sometimes when you leave, some people leave and it's like, yeah, you guys have been doing this for 10 years. It's probably a good time to stop. Yeah. Well, when we left, people were like, well, you guys stopping now. You only get going. So I do love that.
Actually, I did want to say this, man. Like, the love that we've received since the moment that we've said that we're stopping.
Say, why did you not say quit? Because we didn't quit.
But genuinely, it's actually unbelievable. Like, I appreciate everybody that's listened, all the people that I didn't even know that listened. Like, genuinely, like, we fuck with you all. Like, and like we said, so little song is coming. Don't worry, watch the space. But
that's all I want to say.
Let's hit this list. What have we missed? Do you want to start with Love Island?
We can start with Love Island. We can start with Love Island. Did you? The first black winners.
Yeah.
Did you watch it?
The final?
No, the Love Island. You tuned in late though.
I tuned in for that specific moments of drama.
Yeah.
And once the black drama was over and I saw that the rest of this run is lovey-dovey shit, I'm out.
Anyways, Josh won by default. Won Mimi back by default, because if Ayo pressed it,
he could.
You would have had it back.
Because like,
let's just say that.
I don't know. Okay, maybe it's the toxic in me, but I saw it.
Yeah.
I was saying in the group chat, bro. I don't know if it's I underestimated how he felt about Jess. He didn't want to be the bad guy.
Yeah.
Or you're very aware of cameras being on you. And it's kind of like, I brought this girl back, I showed her a time, and then I just go back to my thing.
Yeah.
Like, it comes across a little. And then also, you know, the one thing I don't understand, why is it every time you're chatting to a new girl, you're talking about the old girl? Or I've never, like, I didn't feel like this with, why?
Because you have to show that new girl that your connection is stronger than what you had before. So
just be wavy.
So it creates the illusion of security that the connection I have with you is nothing like I felt before. So even if they see you chat to the other girl in the back of their head, they're like, oh, but this connection told me is stronger.
Yeah, but the problem with that is that's all good and well when the person that you're speaking about is out of sight and out of mind. If you still feel that same way with that person right beside you, then it's facts. If you feel that way, give it a week and go see your babes and see if you still feel the same way.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Because the niggas that are cheating, it's all good and well until they go back home and then their babes wants to leave them. Now it's all of a sudden, I don't even care about her.
It's funny you say this. I was watching Presumed Innocent, This guy, whole affair, had a whole affair. The minute his babes kiss someone else, he's like, how the fuck dare you? Like, what are you doing?
Hey, I hear it.
That's what I said. I said having a whole affair and getting someone pregnant, but then how dare she kiss someone else in this whole thing? But I also thought there was an element of like, because he also liked Josh, he didn't want to. Josh was very South London as well. He wasn't taking shit. He was kind of like, yo, tell me what you're on. And he already told Josh, yeah, man, I'm not on Mimi. And maybe they think I press it, but if Josh wasn't in the picture as much, I think he would have pressed the Mimi thing a bit more. I think he left because Josh was also there and he didn't want to like bro code think, you know?
Bro, I'm seeing man fry up egg, and then she's looking at him, he's looking at her and he starts giggling. Bro, I know that giggle, bro.
The people that go to Love Island, the way they keep composure, it's very blatant because your head will be hot.
bro, like the way these men were chatting, like I know they keep saying, oh yeah, the feelings are there, but we're just pushing them to the side, blah, 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 blah. Cool, and I respect that, I understand that. But if we're being real, he could have.
No. If the minute she went up to terrace.
She wanted to lip sync, man.
And she was sitting down.
You.
If he went up that day and says, "Do you know what? This is what I want. I'll talk to Jess. I'll leave that situation alone. This is what I want." She would have been on it. It was a cop out that he didn't go, and then she could be like, "The conversation I wanted to have with him upstairs, I had it with him in the terrace, anyways."
Lies, bullshit,
bruv. Because if she went there and she pressed it.
Bro, I'm because okay, you know what this is, yeah, and I think everyone becomes a little detective and they start, bro. First of all, you go to the terrace. We already know what that means, and you're saying you want to have the conversation away from eyes, which is cool, right? But then you sit on the floor, and then also she looks mad nervous, and the only times I've seen girls nervous like that is when they're about to confess some shit and put their heart out there like they've never done before, yeah. She was ready to lips, man. I'm telling you, they were gonna like the play-by-play was they go upstairs. She said, "You know what? She chose it." I think this was after that conversation she had with that annoying one. It was like, "Oh, like
Joey."
I can't even know. Like, that. Oh, if that's what you want, just be here for yourself.
Yeah.
She's like, you know what? Maybe it's one last.
Or that's what it was gonna be. But obviously, people, the timeline didn't want her to go back to him because he.
Yeah, but the timeline didn't want Dami to go back to India.
That's fair. That's we did though. We supported our we are here in Ireland and say go back to your babes, man. Well, no, and that was like the first black winners. Those winning Love Island even still carry as much. It was still a cool moment to see representation and that, but those winning Love Island still carry as much weight as he did in, let's say, even the India and Dami series.
I think India and Dami's season it peaked.
Yeah,
I think
I agree.
That was a perfect point in people are going on for clout or love.
Yeah,
but after that, it's clout.
Yeah,
like they see Ekinsu, Molly-Mae, India, Dami.
Yeah, and
life has changed.
Yeah.
Like now, I don't think people are going on there for like okay, like even I saw obviously Joe Essex coming out and being like, "Yo, like it's a show.
Yeah,
you guys are here for the drama kind of a situation." Like it just nothing feels authentic about it anymore. Yeah. It feels like a bunch of people are going there for whatever reason. Like what's called like that Pixar, the sweet man. I call him the Pixar guy because he looks like a Pixar drawing.
Sean.
He looks like a Pixar drawing come to life.
Yeah, she does.
But yeah, first of all, but like okay, with him with his business, what's called the other. I tuned in for very few episodes, so I don't really know everybody's names. But him with that one, the one that Joey was with. Apparently, she's got her 2 businesses.
Okay.
Danica, I saw her saying that she was going to go.
She's in a whole Fuka Music career now.
First of all, quit. But I saw her talking about going on All Stars, and she was talking about like, I was going to go with my career, whatever. You know, she had the bikini line coming out. She's like, at least I could even wear the bikinis, and then do you get what I'm saying? So it just feels like
it's an opportunity.
Yeah,
as well as
it's more. It's nowadays it feels more of a springboard to become an influencer than I'm going on the show for love.
And I think you're spot on. I think that's the season. I think that was also the season before the pandemic, if I'm not, or it was right after. I think it was before.
I think it was
21. Oh, because they said 2-year relationship. They celebrated a 2-year relationship just there, so it must have been 22. So it would have been 21 or 22.
Either way,
yeah. But I think that was like the perfect barrier of like, this is okay. We can still believe in the authenticity. Because now I'm like, I've never had the urge to follow any of them on Instagram like I would have maybe 5 years ago. I go to their page and they don't even reach 500,000 followers anymore.
Yeah, but also, you know what? They stopped letting their friends control their accounts.
That's a good point, to be fair. You can't even post.
That was a big part of it. But like, it's cool for the drama, but it just kind of feels...
Yeah, so the episodes that are bad, sometimes they're really bad. They're like, why am I here? But the episodes like the movie night, the Casa More return, the awards, some days you're like, I can't believe... Every year I'm like, do you guys not know that like you're going to be seen on camera eventually doing these movie nights and stuff? Yeah.
What's called? Once again, producers.
Yeah.
They're pushing you to do things that like, that's why I'm just feeling like it's taking that out of it. Do you get what I'm saying?
No, I agree. Like,
and as like it happened so long ago, I don't think there's much more to say about it.
Yeah, there isn't. It was cool to actually see, I guess, Black.
Also, you know how it's fallen off? It's a summer we had Euros and Love Island.
None of them hit.
It seemed like it didn't matter.
The timing of like the last game would be on the same time as Love Island, so that I think the one in 2018 or 2020, whatever, it just felt perfectly. It was like 7 and then 9, and then you watch Love Island.
Yeah, like it just, and I think that's what people were expecting from this.
Yeah,
and it just wasn't.
It didn't hit the same. It didn't hit the same.
Even Loki, the talent wasn't really talented. I'm not gonna lie.
Bro, and because there's also so many different avenues of people of the talent to if the influencer thing, they can just become influencers in different ways. Whereas linear TV controlled more, maybe especially when it started with Molly May season. I think that's Molly May season is still the best season when they had like Tommy Fury. Who's Jordan again? He rebranded, man.
What was that OV season as well?
Yeah, OV, Anna. Those seasons were like
and apparently like going back because like I've talked to some people that have like been watching Love Island. They're like the first couple of years was reckless. Okay, and that's the authentic good shit that you want. Do you get what I'm saying? But now it's just kind of like even you could even see it in. Remember, I can't remember what year it was that the guy got away with his nonsense at Casa Amor, and then they said, "Oh, take your girl and go for a date." Like what's called? They took the girl. Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like it just.
You thought you were finished, bro. Also, I wanted to actually say shout out to Come On My Club. Did you see the event they threw? The one day festival that they threw.
The one the boys were talking about.
Yeah, like I think Jordan was playing at it, Travis and else. It was a perfect example of fine, I'll do it myself. And obviously they did it in combination with Copperberg, but it's like it was very FUBU, like for us by us. It was run by black people, black performers, Femi, Jordan Adetunji, Abi Kulubali, and they threw it off their own back. I think it was like some gaff or something. It was one of the first times on socials I looked at an event and then I thought, oh wow, that would have been cool to be there. Do you know? And so it looked cool.
I think that's what Afrofusion was supposed to be, you know.
What was that? Who was supposed to be Afrofusion?
Oh, sorry, Fusion Fest.
Yes.
Last year.
Yes.
It happened this year again. But
it's happening this year again, yeah.
It might have already, to be honest, I don't even know.
I think it's still happening. I don't think it happened yet.
I don't know if it's happened or it's happening.
By the time it's happened already. By the time this episode is out,
I think that's what that was supposed to be. And the night last year was good. Like I won't lie, it was. Even though I was hosting it, it was more than I was expecting it to be. Okay. It was better vibe than I was expecting it to be. It was actually cold. But I think that's what that was supposed to be. But yeah.
The Camera Club looked like, I think it was maybe because it was also outside. It was very festivally. And it's like, there's some people that recognize what this is and either enjoy for what it is, like this whole thing that people want to push to be something else. And some people like Camera Club, they're like, you know what, I'm in this space. I'm gonna create within this space. I'm gonna stop looking at what it could be. And shout out to even Jordan Adetunji. I was like, arguably the song of the year in any, not just here. For sure. Yeah, song of the summer. Sorry, song of the summer. Just not just sure. Here. It's like that and Not Like Us. Every time I open the story, even with the dance and everything. Yeah. It's like that. Those two songs that he was performing there, and I was like, oh, it was really cool to actually see that people were not just saying like, oh, we should be doing this, we should be doing that, and someone actually just said, do you know what? I have the connections, I have the place. I'm gonna get a place. I'm gonna get Femi, Travis Annell, Jordan, like Abi Kulubali. I'm just gonna get them on the stage. We'll do one day festival, €50. Everybody come and have fun, and bounce. So,
and you know, I think it is as well. Like I feel that was like cool to see the level of talent as well.
Yeah, especially music.
Because I feel like not that in different places people don't have like audiences or whatever, but it sounds like everybody that was on that lineup does this.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
It's like no, like we like Travis and Nels, obviously they've got their gliders, they've got their whatever. Jordan, we don't need to talk about him. Abby, apparently she been clear. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like people that have they're on this shit. Even what's called, I'm assuming Monjola, it's his thing. I'm pretty sure he did it as well. Do you know what I'm saying? People that are on their thing, so it's kind of like
rarely I look at an event and I think, wow, I wish I was there. But that was one of them. I was like, this actually, because again, they had that whole like, this feels like it's for us, and it was. Do you know when, like, we've gone to college events? You know when an event was curated by a black person? Yeah. Or compared to a white corporate person that just made an event, put people in a room, you're looking at events like, oh, a black person did this because they got it. They understood what we would enjoy and what we would like, and they put it together. And also, I wanted to do shout out to the GTG girls. They got a festival call up. Hey. They're performing. Those girls have been killing it. We said it so many times, but they've just been. They're the only pod doing it right now.
They're the lifeline of the Irish scene right now.
they're the only podcast doing it. And Dami as well. Dami Hope has his clothing brand out. So people are doing things out here right now. So.
Are people so upset that it's called Snowbunny?
Oh yeah, because of the connotation it has. Obviously, I saw the tracksuit. It looks cold. I don't know the price. Maybe Dej can get it for me for my birthday, September 28th.
Hey, Jordan. Like we said, there will be signs, and you've been showing a lot of signs recently.
When you ring, when you ring. Oh man, I lost a ring. I've probably told this story in the podcast before. I lost my wedding ring, and then obviously I've been waiting to get a new one. I got a bonus after a bonus, so you get an extra. I was gassed. Yo. I was was like, yo, extra money. And my babe says, yeah, but you need to get a ring again. So I was like, Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah, but you could have got a ring, but you got a ring.
Yeah, well, are you? Let's talk about it. Are you upset at the name Snow Bunny?
I couldn't give a fuck.
Yeah, no. Shout out Dr. Umar.
I can understand why a black guy remember before he went to Love Island, they're like, he's definitely a Snow Bunny hunter. Now calling your brand Snow Bunny, I can understand why, but at the end of the day, also it's just a fucking name. Like,
I would actually like to know, like,
why he called it Snow Bunny.
Yeah, why he named it.
Damn, come sit down, man.
Yeah, just the reasoning behind it. And I think that's all. I just wanted to do those 3 shout outs because I know we bitch and moan and complain about everything that's not happening or doing right.
Hey, actually, while we're doing shout outs, Afro Gala is coming up.
Oh yeah, there we go.
Yeah, what's it called?
Are you still hosting that?
Yeah, I am. Right. Bro, right now I'm in the process of getting my shit made. Let me even show you what I'm thinking. Yeah, let me even show you what I'm fucking thinking. So, I want this underneath.
Okay.
And then either this. Oh, I'm pulling. You know, sometimes you gotta pop out and show niggas. Or this. Yeah.
Nah, you better, if you don't win best dress, abs. If I see a girl win it, it's rigged.
No, this is the thing here. I'm hosting. So no matter who's winning best dress, I'm calling my own name out. Who's gonna beat me?
Who actually won? I guess we'll never know.
But what's it called? September 21st. I actually think it's gonna be called, like, I remember they had their 1 year anniversary gala, and I heard good things about it, to be fair. Okay. So I'm gonna pop out my little trad thing. Except, why is it so long to fucking get trad shit, man?
Where are you getting it from?
Oh, Ninja.
Oh, okay.
What's it called? So
without measurements.
I got measured because Laddie's wedding. We're getting suits made in Ninja. Okay. So I got measured by, like, what's it called? I was on the phone to Taylor, and like someone was helping me measure all the shit. So I got all my measurements for once, but it's just so long, man. Like, like, even I had to call Simi, like, yo, Simi.
Oh yes, you did.
Yeah, I called Simi yesterday, like, yo, Simi, I need some inspo, and I can't find any. Like, help me. Okay. Because I was like, even niggas that have been married or about to get married, they know where to find it. But yeah, actually, let's break this shit up. Yeah, I got some. I don't know what to call them because I don't know if I can call them dilemmas.
Yeah, I love this section.
I'm gonna do some devil's advocate. You could do whatever you want. For the devil. All right, so first one, yeah. I'm a good black man who takes care of his kids and his finances. Okay. Good morning. I run a small at-home daycare. I watch my friends' kids. Also, I have 2 baby mamas. I still fuck them both. They're both in their 30s and they work. I watch my 2 kids during the day too. I watch 6 kids in totals. My baby mamas don't like each other, but my rates are lower than any daycare. Plus, I cook. Somehow they decided I didn't deserve to be paid for my services and just offered me pussy instead of our agreed rate. Pussy doesn't buy diapers or juice boxes. My 2 kids eat more than everybody. Also, my first baby mama won't send me money for our son because she thinks I'm spending it on the other baby, and I am. But what I spend the money on is not her concern. This is close. Wait. I'm this close to kicking out my own kids out of my daycare for a lack of payment. How do I get my trifling baby mamas to pay me in cash, not ass?
My nigga, just be strong. Just say no. Wait. Before I speak, I don't know. I can't be in this man's position. What do baby mamas look like? You got to see what they look like. Because sometimes it's not, you can't say nothing. Hey, bro, weaker men are falling.
Hey, stronger men are falling.
Sorry, stronger men are falling. What do they do? Because the solution is just stop fucking your baby moms. Just stop fucking them.
That's the first thing you went to. Bro, it's your kid, bro. Oh, you're charging your baby mom's money to take care of your kid.
It's a business. It's a business. This is, I'm running a business right now. So especially if it's like, this is the devil's kid. If this is your day to have the kids, yeah, but you want to put it at a daycare, and you said, you know, I can't afford a daycare. I'm going to put it at your daycare. Pay for the daycare. Because this is your day to be with the kid. I understand what you're saying. At the end of the day, if you're free anyway, you should be able to look after your kids. It shouldn't be like a daycare. But I'm working. If you want to add to my work, pay me for the work you're adding right now. No. That's why the angle is looking at it.
No, I definitely hear it. But it's just wild.
Wanted to fucking them both as well. Oh man!
But you know, I know he's vexed when his kid comes up. Can I have another juice box? Thanks.
Ask your mom. Well, the solution is easy. Be strong, my nigga, and try not to give in to. But you know the thing is, they also know how to get him to give it up. They know how
it probably
to look.
Isn't hard.
Yeah, that's true. They know how to talk to him. They know what to say. They know what part of his ego to stroke. And then what's the other one?
Yeah. All right. So JB doesn't like when I stay overnight when his wife is out of town. So JB's imaginary name.
Okay.
JB doesn't like me to stay overnight when his wife is out of town. We've been dealing with each other on and off for 7 years. He's only been married for 4.
Wait.
I know.
So she was there before the marriage even. So when they were even like dating or whatever, she's been there. Niggas that get away with it for 7 years.
Bro, isn't that civil partnership at that point?
Bro. Go on.
Searching for civil. Okay, you know what? Let's not even. What's called? We have history, and I outrank her. So I forced the issue, and I spent the night.
How do you outrank his wife? Niggas actually crazy, man.
So, anyways, so what's called? I rank her, so I forced the issue and I spent the night. I modeled for a few years and I struggled with bulimia. You know what bulimia is, obviously, whatever. Years of bulimia ruined my front teeth, so I had to get dentures at the top. No one knows this. However, while sleeping at JB's house, my uppers fell out and his pitbull ate them. Anyways, I woke up to the sound of the pit eating my expensive teeth. JB has homeowners insurance to cover this, but he refuses to file a claim because he said, you shouldn't have been here overnight anyways. Good. That's on you.
Yeah, and I respect him.
My upper dentures are broken and I'm missing teeth and I can't walk around like this. Advice.
Charge it.
Hey, you know how expensive teeth are?
Yeah, he's told you don't stay over, but you wanted to do, I don't drink your wife anyways, and stay to die. At that point, because you know what, if he found something in the home that him and his wife owns, doesn't he also need to like sign off on it, or like how does it? Because
getting a claim.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Because
you can't leave a paper trail.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't get to 7 years without being the minute you get complacent, you get caught.
Because the other day, like Simi called the bank because she wanted to. There was like a spending that shouldn't have been spent, and she called the bank, and she had to put me on the phone also because it was a joint account. Mm-hmm. So she couldn't like. So if this is like a joint insurance thing, can you just file I don't know. I don't think that'll actually be stupid to let someone file a claim, but we don't know the situation. You can't leave a paper trail. That's why a lot of. I remember Gary Owen was saying when he was cheating on his wife, the white comedian, he was saying he would pay everything in cash.
Yeah, no. It makes sense. Because what's called, you don't need the paper trail. Like,
well, no, I think she should just charge it. She told you not to stay there in the first place, man.
All right, let me do one more. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's called married 11 years with 2 kids. Wife wants to spice up the marriage and ordered sex toys for us. One of them was a strap-on. I demanded, "What is that and who is it for?" She wanted me to play receiver. I was furious. She recited that same thought piece of how men. Sorry, one second. I got a text. That's why. She recited the same thought piece about how men that are secure in their sexuality will be open to new experiences. I turned her down. I straight ignored her for a few days until she apologized. I still feel some kind of way, and I still feel some kind of hatred towards her because she should have known better than to attempt to bend me over. I don't want to throw 11 years away, but every time I think of this, I hate her all over again. Advice.
My advice is I think hate and resentment is part of emotion as well as like happiness and like love. Mm-hmm. I think if you're with someone for that long, you'll experience all of those. You'll get over it, essentially. Just like you get over moments where you're happy with your wife and you think she's the best wife in the world, you'll get over the moment that you think this is the worst person ever. So I don't think it's something to throw your marriage away over.
Okay. Little pivot, yeah.
Yeah.
After 11 years, you've done everything you can do with your wife.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
How do we keep this going?
That's what she tried. Like,
okay, but
would you be down for that?
No. Well, no. But this is the thing. No, but this is the thing. Yeah. One thing you need to understand in life: you never jump into the deep end.
Yeah.
You gotta ease a nigga into that kind of shit. Do you get what I'm saying?
That's true.
Like,
that's true. But also, the thing is, after 11 years married and who knows how long together, you're probably so comfortable thinking you can just bring this in. I know what you're thinking, like you should ease it in, but she's probably so comfortable saying, hey, let's introduce board play.
Jordan, there is okay, right. It doesn't matter how long you've been married to Simi for, yeah. You come home and you see a strap on.
She wouldn't be that surprised, not gonna lie.
A strap on.
I wouldn't be so surprised.
Wait.
I'm like, well, I would question it. I was like, what are you trying to do, man? Well, I wouldn't be angry about it. I'm like, look, I've done enough dick talk, so.
Okay. I don't know what kind of conversation you've been having with Simi in the background, but if I'm with a babes, yeah, for however many years, and we've never done that route, yeah, and then I come home and there's a strap on,
you'd be like,
you went from 0 to 100, and what if the strap on is bigger than me?
This guy is actually crazy. This guy is actually crazy.
Hey, I'm just putting
because if I came home and she's like, yo, I saw this, I can actually imagine how she'd say it. I saw this on Shein, it was like €4, I bought it, I thought we could try. I'm like, I ain't doing that.
No,
I ain't doing that.
Do you know how many levels we have to?
I get what you're saying,
bro.
But I also understand.
Use a pinky first.
But I also understand people that have been together for so long think they're so comfortable that they can just introduce things on a fly. Like I get both sides. I get like some people say like ease me into it, but I also understand someone saying like, I think. Do you know when people misread situations? He probably thought, yo, we've done some freaky ass shit. He'd probably be into this. She probably just misread the situation because he could have done some other freaky ass shit that in her head think if he was this freaky, he could be into this. And she's like, let's just misread the situation. So I get both sides.
The guy didn't speak to her until she apologized, bro. Look, okay,
you can get situations wrong.
There's certain situations, yeah. There's certain situations you know with your wife, yeah. Where it's like, I understand where we're at, and I understand how to deal with you. You've known Simi for what 10 years now, yeah. Even if you want to do some wild shit, you know, maybe it's not the best way to just drop it like this. Let me ask you some leading questions to,
perfect.
You know, do you get what I'm saying?
Perfect, yeah.
I can't just come home and see a strap on.
I hear you.
The first thing I'm thinking, what the fuck? First of all, who are you fucking? no, because one of two things. You either got me fucked up or you're fucking someone else.
I 100% hear you. So the person that's with you should know that about you. Yeah. But that's you. But there's some people that they've done some freaky ass shit that the person's with them thinks, I know what you're about. You'd be into this. Okay, Deadpool's character, Ryan Reynolds, I don't know if you watched the first Deadpool's.
Yeah, I've seen
he was into some freaky ass shit. So his wife brought home a strap on. He wasn't phased because she already knew he would be into this.
Yeah, but
I hear that.
From reading it, yeah.
Yeah, from reading it.
She
misread.
I know. No, you didn't misread. You passed misread. You left misread back a couple hours ago because, bro, if his reaction was like, yo, what? Like that's kind of weird. Like,
yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? I can understand why you just whip that dick on the table.
I get
it. but for a regular nigga, like even if you're freaky, yeah, even if you're on some, because everyone thinks that. A lot of people think they're freaky.
Yeah, exactly.
But like,
and then you hear some niggas on you like, yo, I'm vanilla right here, man. This is a mad bastard.
Right, you're vanilla, yeah.
But based on that girl, let's go over the strap on.
But look, either way, Sha, bro, that's a wild way to introduce. Like,
no, I wonder again. I do agree with you.
Imagine Simi came home and she just saw a sex doll.
It's like, see, I would misread because I know she wouldn't just be like into seeing a sex doll. But if you might have to ramp, because what I'm saying is I know the person. I know the person might be like, yo, I'm not into that. But if you were with a person that's like, okay, there was a Meet Us After 7 episode, yeah? I always refer to this episode. The guy was like, look, I'm into cook. Yeah. And then he introduced her slowly. In that situation, obviously this one, she's definitely wrong. If she came home one day and she's like, I want this guy to fuck. If he came home one day and she was there with a guy and he's like, I want him to fuck me and you watch. He won't be that shocked by it. If for me and you, would be like, what the fuck are you talking about? You just brought a guy home and you think I can watch. We'll be fucked up. But she would know that he might be into that. In that situation, I just think she obviously misread. But I'm not saying it's not a mad thing to introduce things just like that if you know the person.
Yeah, but
if you know the person. I don't think it's that mad.
I agree with you. I 100% agree with you.
Yeah.
Like there's certain things where it's like, okay, like let's say, let's not get too graphic. Yeah. There's certain things where it's like, I can see why you like
exactly
jump straight in.
Yes. That's what I'm saying.
We've had conversations about what's called like, let's say we've had conversations about yeah, you know what, let's spice it up. Let's have a little threesome, get someone strange.
Yeah.
And I come home and I see a woman there. I hear it.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? If I'm a little bit, if you can see I've got some cocoa tendencies, we've dibbled and dabbled. Not me personally. But,
I know what you're saying, but someone,
you just come home and there's a big black nigga there. I hear it.
And you don't need to be walked into that because you'd be like, I knew you'd be into this. Yeah, but she fucked up. No, she fucked up.
You haven't even popped a thumb. You want to a whole bro.
She misread that.
No, you know what it is.
You know what it
is, yeah. You know what it is, yeah. She was around some girls that were like, oh nah, he loves it. I promise. Like my man loves it.
Yeah.
And she said, you know what? Fuck it, mine too.
No, like, and you know those ones say their G spot still in their ass. So men really love this. Their girlfriends will send them all that narrative. Nah, but in terms of like,
don't listen to your girlfriend.
Yeah, but in terms of resentment and hate, you'll get over it, man. It's like it's any emotion.
Yeah, but you know it's one of those ones where you think that of me.
That could be it, you know.
I look, think that's what it is. Like you, because niggas that like, there's some niggas that shit like that is a no go. Do you get what I'm saying? And it's like you went past the even let's banter about this. You went to go buy this shit, and for everybody that has bought sex toys, they're not cheap. Do you get what I'm saying? So you just went to go spend.
You know, sex god ditch.
Hey,
come on.
I can't but yeah, so it's like you spent, and you think you're going to bend me over and fuck me, bro.
I hear it. There is certain perception of you if you think your partner has that perception of you, you might never look at them simply because I can't believe you think that of me. Like obviously I'm watching Presumed Innocent. Throughout the whole show, his wife never believed he'd committed what they were accused him of. Mm-hmm. But if his wife did believe that, like, you're capable of that, there's certain things that if my missus thinks like, oh, you're capable of that, and I don't believe that of myself, it might create like, wow, you really think I'm capable of doing this, and it might cause you to resent her, and might not never, look the same. I get it, but that was
more if you want to do some later.
Yeah, we could do it. Like, you want to talk about the Dublin riots or the riots happening? Or do you? It's one of those. It's so weird.
I thought you had a list. Also, we're talking about the riots.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly what happened. To be fair, I know that they're moving mad in Kulok.
Oh no! In Dublin, it's just immigration. They just want us out. They just. But they say we're taking their jobs.
Okay, first of all, let's get this straight. I'm talking to you, Barry, Sean. I'm talking to you,
Cormac,
Quiver, Neve, all you man. I'm talking to you, man. Yeah. First of all. First things first, you don't even have leaving cert. The jobs that can be taken away from you are being taken by 16-year-olds. Like the jobs that I'm going for, you can't have them. Let's just put it that way. Number one. Number two, I love the way they always chat about immigration. Like and these niggas aren't flying to Australia every other day. Niggas are moving to America every other day. That's America and Australia saying, yo, you can't come here. But because you're white, it's different. Yeah.
See, the Dublin was actually like, for me, it's completely ridiculous. But at the same time, it's like, these are just losers with shit lives. And they, for the most part, they're just losers with shit lives, and they can't look in the mirror and say their lives are shit because of them. And they can't face that reality that, like, I didn't go to school, or I didn't get an education, or I didn't apply, I didn't go even do a fast course. So they gotta, it's always easier to project your hate and your emotion towards you because you don't want to be like, I didn't. A lot of people don't, like, not just in life, don't be like, don't look at themselves and say, I didn't do enough. So it's easier to say, you know what, if DJ and Jordan went there and they didn't go to college and spend all that money and do all those courses and blah 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 blah, or even forget that, like, we're in education, or if this woman here that works 3 jobs just to support her family because she doesn't have an education, but she's willing to do those 3 jobs, whereas I'm not. So it's just bunch of losers that would rather look at you and blame you than look in the mirror and look at the reality that their life is shit because of me. Like, I'm responsible for my life. That's the Dublin ones.
If that's it, just bottle up your tears and sell them to me.
But people, it's always mad because people actually lack that self-awareness to just be like, oh, I'm responsible. I'm an adult and I'm responsible for my life. Because those were the same niggas in class that were joking and laughing and kicking and everything was funny to them.
No, but they were up then.
You know, everything was banter to them. Everything was Gucci. We were going home. They tell us to read book. They're outside at 15, like drinking outside. They get to 25, and life is real. You have responsibilities. You done and got 2 girls pregnant. You have to look after your kids, and now you're looking at your life and thinking you can't get a job to support this family. And
you're trying to charge your babes to babysit your kids.
You're looking raw. Said, you know what? If that Digi guy wasn't around, or if that auntie wasn't doing that job that you really didn't want to do or thought you were above doing, but which is a good thing, like, about, we didn't talk about it, which is a thing of Supercell. The main character, Yeah, the main character, he was grinding out of a delivery guy, and he was able to like buy a house and
Jordan,
and drive a Merc. Shout out to him.
A brand new drop top Beamer and a house.
Hey,
and you're a delivery driver.
Hey,
and your babe's a social worker.
And then they live in an apartment in London,
bro. Average. Let's say what's that?
Shout out to him though.
Let's even say there. Let's even say there. Early, Michael, I think.
Yeah.
Let's even say there early 30s. You're probably let's say both of you make 50K, and I doubt that.
What if he was doing? Because what if he was doing that delivery job since he was 19 and he just worked his way up and his salary kept going up and he's certain. You never know. I believe in black love, black empowerment.
Anyways, minus.
But yeah,
we'll get back to Super.
We'll get back to Super. Yeah. Sorry, where was I? No, yeah, that was the one in Dublin, anyways. But I think the ones then in the UK, there was a crime that was committed. Mm-hmm. And I don't know who like, but all the details about the crime, and now for some reason they're throwing all the angers towards there.
Fam, race wars are really coming. Who do you think wins it?
There's more of them. They're by sheer number.
Honestly, I don't think a lot of them are on it like they think they're on it. You know?
Yeah, that's a good point too. To be fair,
like what's called? I saw a video. It was like 20v1, and one guy's running away. You're running away from There's 20 of you, and you're running away from the one guy that you're beating up. Yeah, that's good. Like, well, to be honest, always bet on black.
I always always root for black, but that one I just think it's a crime was committed. People are saying that some people are saying some girl says she texted the manager saying she was scared to come to work. The manager says it's okay, I'll pick you up. It's like he's trying to get a day off. Say, hey, I'm worried for my life out here. The one says, nah, I'll be grand, I'll come get you.
Yeah, so but see, the thing is, like, in that situation, like, I'm half joking, but I'm half serious. Yeah. You're white. It's your people that are trying to. Yeah. Why should I trust you? And also, the numbers are out there are too much to just be jobless, homeless people, or jobless people, or people that are like people that are valued up there is somebody's manager at work. So it's kind of like, do I really want you to pick me up?
Race 4 would be so long, though. Imagine the race 4 here. You have to go outside and because it's if you live in a place like Brixton and Peckham, you kind of have no choice because you are predominant. There's a lot of like ethnic group out there, so those are the places that people like will just go to and attack. I guess in here we're dispersed. There's no like one. Maybe Tala. Go Tala Blanche and find them. There's one in state there, Tala. You know there's one in state.
Hit a couple of them. But yeah, no. To be honest, to be fair, it's like. It's just fucking weird, like, and it's such stupidity. Like, I saw a TikTok the other day, yeah, and it was like this guy is like, oh, this guy was on some show or whatever, and he's talking to a guy on the phone, and the guy was like, oh, you can't say what you want to nowadays. You be labeled as racist. The guy's like, I won't call you racist. Just tell me what you think. Kind of situation is like, there's one part in the UK, like, it's just filled with a bunch of Pakistanis, and like, it just smells. And the guy's like, oh, what does it smell like? The guy's like, it smells like curry. The guy goes, do you like curry? He goes, yeah. Like, what the fuck is the logic?
Oh,
do you know what I'm saying? Like, there's certain things, yeah, that I'm just like, I don't understand if you understand how this thing really works.
They don't. They're not the most intelligent people. They're not. So some people, there's one process in Belfast that someone was taking their kid with them, and someone was filming saying, you're really taking your kid to, like, yeah, like, I was like, this is, and then that kid will grow up, be racist, and without even really understanding why she's racist or why because just her mom took her to a rally one day because for some reason at 1 p.m. you're outside and on a Monday because what do you do?
And also, these are the same people that want to make the streets safer, but you're the ones that are fucking up the streets. Like, I saw them, like, a bunch of white people, like, being like, oh, you can't, like, literally they stop traffic and they're like, you can't cross if you're not white.
Yeah,
like that. To be honest, that, like, that's scary times. Like, obviously I wasn't really in Dublin when the whole Dublin riots thing happened and all that kind of stuff, but no,
it would be terrifying because I remember seeing people tweet and share their thoughts and said, like, I live in Dublin and I'm worried about going out and I'm scared to go out. And in 2024 this is still happening, but I guess everything also is magnified due to, like, we see it more in the social media. Maybe these things have always been happening, but because of access to what we can see, so it's all fucked up. And then this leads me to, because we're talking about Ireland and the riots and all that. Have you been watching? Shout out Rashida. I should have gave her a shout out as well. It's killing.
One of the first times I've been proud of.
When I heard you say it, I was like, what's going on right here right now? What's going on?
To be honest, you know that she's got star power when she's got niggas literally going to go watch.
Yeah,
that's the only.
You're finding what time it's on at.
That is the only Olympic event that I watched.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Is that dead?
Yeah, I think the thing was probably.
Oh, okay. No. Yeah, and then back to. Back to the Olympics. There's also not outrage. There was a whole controversy about a boxer. I don't know if you followed it. There was a female boxer who was born female, but she had an XY chromosome. So, which is what men have and women have XX. Hey, I don't know. Like I do science, but I didn't do biology, so I don't know all the specifics. But so okay. Let me just say here. Well, because she's now born female, she can, and she's proved that she's born female, and she's to be able to compete against in the women's boxing. I think you have to turn it around, no? Yeah. Okay. She's able to compete in the women's boxing, but obviously, this then does this because she's born with an XY chromosome. She has an elevated level of testosterone, which what men have, which kind of makes her stronger than the average woman. So then there's backlash and there was whole controversy around this.
Well, she was born a woman.
Yeah. And now,
in that case, then honestly, I don't really hear what the problem is.
Yeah, because biological and physical advantages are a part of life and sports in general. Some people, because maybe like look, Deji's 6'2", whatever. Hey yo, that's a biological advantage that can help him maybe get girls that a guy that's 5'7" won't be able to. It's unfair, but whose fault is it? Do you know, like you watch football. Van Dijk is like 6'4", real quick and he's agile. There's a guy that's like 5'10" it doesn't matter how good he is, they're just too small. So
yeah, even like boxers and UFC fighters is like John Jones. They might be the same height as him, but his reach is just longer.
Yeah, and this is just a part of. And I always say because they try to do it with like Serena, they try to do it with Cassie Semenya. They always try to like. Some people just have a genetic advantage on you within life, and that you just gotta charge it. It's up to you now to make up that gap if you can. Because if you are born, like let's say, some people are just quicker, faster, and stronger than you. But if they also have work ethic to go with it, there's really nothing you can do. But there's some people that are born with physical gifts, but they don't have the mentality and the work ethic, and then you can make up that gap. So I think it's unfair to be like, to punish her for having an advantage of something that she couldn't control. Because the other side is like, she represents Algeria. Algeria is a very big Muslim country. There is no way that they would a transgender woman to even represent them. So I think that was like a big controversy within. And I always find that it's unfair because if it doesn't look like a blonde woman with blue eyes like Maria Sharapova or something, or Ronda Rousey, for some reason they'll try to remove her womanhood. Because if like Serena is then playing tennis and she's beating your small blonde babes and she's better than them and she's the greatest of all time, then now you try to put like, she the man thing on her. If Kat Semenya is more than you guys try to do that. But if she looks, in your words, she had that blonde hair, blue eyes, and she looks like she should be in the cover of a magazine in the early 2000s, like that's what you guys were doing, then hey, you can market her. So
no,
I think
all of a sudden it's just greatness.
Do you know?
To be honest, I didn't know that it was one of those things where she was actually born. She was born a woman, and then she just her genetics just worked out in her favor.
Exactly.
Because when Michael Phelps has his body doesn't build up lactic acid or whatever, so he can just keep going and going and going. Nobody wants to say anything. He's just the greatest. Yeah. Like,
and they say, the way his body is actually even built. Like with the long hands and
he's built for something.
And that's just what can you do if that's his physical and biological advantages? No, you can do.
Look,
so I hate when the white man try to put that on us.
I think the only way to describe it is get your muscles up.
Yeah. And you just then you get people like Floyd Mayweather, who's quick, strong, agile, but also has the work ethic that can match you. And with those people, there's no you can obviously look at Floyd 50-0 because there's nothing you can do because he's also a hard worker. For the rest of y'all, just
you know what it is. It's just one of them ones. You just got to charge her until she retires.
Yeah. You just gotta realize maybe you're living in her era, like John Jones. You just gotta realize I'm just in the John Jones era. This is gonna pass.
Because even look at the likes of like Johan Blake.
Yeah.
If Bolt wasn't there, his career looks a lot different. Yeah. But it's just one of those situations. Like, I think people are so obsessed about trying to make the playing fields fair.
Yeah.
But it can't be.
Yeah, the playing field, it's even in life in general, it's not fair.
It's
like,
not meant to be.
Yeah. So we just use like how even a girl just being pretty, she gets it's pretty privilege is a thing, and that's nothing you could have done anything about. That's just literally a physical advantage that you have other people didn't. You were born and you look good, and therefore you get into certain things or certain rooms that maybe a girl that doesn't look as good as you or appealing as you might get into.
Or even what's called like people that have more money get treated better. Like it's just
it is what it is.
It's just the nature of things.
The nature of things. Well, Supercell. What you think?
Cold.
Yeah, it was good.
First of all, get bodied his fucking character. I don't think he was acting.
Bad man Sabrina.
I know Digger D definitely wasn't acting. Also, spoilers. If you haven't watched it, skip forward. But
if you have, it's been out by like a month and a half by this age.
Actually, yeah. To be honest, at this point, like you should have been watching. Actually, you know, quick question. Yeah, when was the first time you heard about sickle cell?
Oh, in uni. I think when the Afro Sock, I'll be actually give fair to them. They were actually kind of already talking about it and trying to create awareness around sickle cell in uni. That's the first time I heard of it. But you're in uni, so you're not really like, you're very also like selfish, and you're saying like, oh, well, it doesn't affect, like, I don't think this affects me, and you're going on about your life, but you don't really like focus on it until you hear how it affects people, or sometimes people you know, and you hear how it affects them. You're like, wow, this is mad. When was the time you heard of it?
I didn't know it existed until I was probably about 22ish.
Okay.
And even the girl I was dating at the time, whatever, she was like, you should go get tested and just find out what you are. Because she was like, oh, what's your genotype or whatever. I was like, huh? So there were like a couple people, oh, did you go find out, whatever. I was like, yeah, cool. Go to the doctors now. It's like, yeah, like I'm trying to find out my genotype or whatever. Guy told me I don't need that.
Oh, the doctor?
Said, yeah. And I was like, everyone told me, I said, whatever. I got up and I left. Everyone started giving out to me. Go back, say this. They end up doing a blood test, and literally the confirmation I got wasn't even like confirmation. It was more like you don't carry it or whatever, or don't have the gene or whatever. But like, so luckily, I'm all good. But like, it's just one of those things where I just didn't even know it was a thing.
And then shout out to Rapman, because then I watched his interview in the Breakfast Club, and he says he found out because the girl at work he was working with, she always had to go get like transfusions, and he was like, how is this a thing that is so prevalent within our community and it doesn't get talked about as much? And the spin he gave it to like the mutation of a sickle cell give you superpowers. So that was, and throughout the episode, it's actually mad because when you're watching it, you're like, okay, it's obviously sickle cell was a big theme in it, and only the end I caught it. Only when they said, oh, it's just a mutation, I was like, oh man, this is why it was a big deal to us.
But, let's actually talk about the story, because you know the part that I thought that was absolutely fucked, is going into the future and knowing your baby dies. You can't tell her, because how the fuck do you break that to her? But that's such a big secret and it weighs so heavy on you that you have to lie to her. But because you're lying to her,
it affects the relationship.
It affects the relationship. Now if she doesn't die, you're gonna lose her because you were lying to her. What the fuck do you do in that situation?
No, I think he did what I think he moved correctly. You try to, especially being a man, you always try to find a solution first. Like most men would do that. Most men would like, you know what, let me try to fix it. Let me try to find a solution. And only when he was like, I have to come clean now, I have to say something, that's when he would say it.
To be honest,
and I like the inevitability of it. Do you think that's like a thing that if you go to the future and you see something, like say someone's passing and you see the date, there's an inevitability towards, or can you prevent it?
Personally, I don't believe in time travel, just because it means everything has to be happening at every moment constantly. This moment is happening now, just happened. It's still happening.
It's still happening.
You know what I'm saying? It's a constant whatever. But I think so, because you see the future, but then everything you've done. Okay, you know what it is? It's the same thing I say is like sometimes if you want something too much, you don't get it. The guy that is like, oh, I love this girl so much and I don't want to lose her, but the way you act because you don't want to lose her, it's going to be the thing that inevitably makes you lose her. So the moment that you find out, yo, she's going to die, I've got to start scrambling, I've got to do all these things. Maybe it's the scrambling and you doing all those things that lead her to, because you know what I'm saying? Because like, okay, if you told her like, look, this is what happened, and I think you're like, I was told you're going to die, and this is going to happen, blah, 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 blah. Because she felt like, this guy's hiding something. Like, we just got engaged, all this kind of shit. Now she's like, I've got to go do my own research.
Yeah, because he's not telling me everything. He's leaving in the dark.
Now she's doing her own research. That's how she ends up in the place. And then she ends up getting chefed or shot or whatever happens.
So do you think it's just like, because to be fair, maybe if you told her the truth from the start, she'll probably try to do things now to prevent this thing from happening. She'll look into it more. Same thing happens,
I'm not going to lie to you. The moment where she died and he put it back, I'm killing everybody. I'm killing everything in sight. Like I don't care. Like I will refuse to lose my babies like that. Like, But yeah, it's just crazy, man.
Yeah, but and it was like short and sweet, 6 episodes or whatever. You could get through quick, and the acting was spectacular. The storylines and how they brought all the storylines together, and like each episode was focused predominantly maybe focused on one, on very strongly on one. Obviously, you still like get the surroundings of
even the mixed race struggle, man. Dave, your people showed up, man.
Yeah, do you know Charlamagne actually rap man about that? So why did you have to highlight the mixed race struggle?
but to be fair, it's absolutely crazy that his mom just like, you know, when like you have an idea of what a parent is supposed to be, that when you don't see that, it always feels like, wow, like what, you're gonna give up your kid because like you keep one and tell this other one to fuck off because you have a new boyfriend, and it's just like,
and he's racist.
These things really do happen. It's just to be fair,
show.
even that the toxic relationship where it gets and the sister, I was just like, rah.
I think he said he was trying to highlight something. I can't remember what he said, because when we watch Breakfast Club, he kind of like breaks down and stuff into that. I was like, that was another thing. You know, it's not good for you. It's not that bad for you, but it provides something. See, that's why she should have quit, or she should have stopped. But nobody. She didn't know.
Then again, it's one of those situations where when you're not in it, all you remember is the good times when you were in that kind of situation. But but Super was crazy. I've got a little bit of a, not to bring everything down, guys, but we don't have to go super deep into this, but recently I've been like, what's the point of life?
Okay.
I know, as in genuinely, what is actually the point?
And what are we doing here?
The whole thing. Like, because literally, we're born, we go to we're old, we have kids, and then we die, and they repeat the cycle. Yeah. What's the fucking point?
That's been like the questions for generations. What is the meaning of life?
I forget about the meaning. Like,
the point.
What is actually the fucking point?
Yeah.
Like, because sometimes I actually think about it. Like, to enjoy this life, you got to go out and you got to go do things, right? That are essentially pointless.
I don't think to answer your question, I actually don't think there is a point to life. I think everybody, like, I think what you do is you make of it what you want to, and I think that's why people always try to find purpose or meaning, because there is no real point or no real way to do this. And there's like, to Hannah Montana's song, life is literally what you make it and what your point is. And some people and some people are lucky, and some people find what the point of their life is. And then we started this episode talking about KD, and he could find the point of my life is to preach God, and that could be for him. And I know what you're saying. In the grand scheme, like he's still gonna go through the process that we're all gonna go through.
We're gonna get forgotten.
Yeah. But to him, while he's living, he's found that point. It's like, this, and a lot of people do. So some people say, like, I feel like I was born to do this. So they feel like this is my point of life. And a lot of people, we don't find the let's look at Connor. He found, like, I was born to, like, I found fighting, and this is the point of my life. Well, even though, like, I understand what you're saying on the grander scheme, he's still gonna go through the same thing. Even if he's gonna be famous, have our money, he's still gonna live, have his kids, die, and the cycle continues. But there's a lucky few that feels like, no, I found this is the point of my life. I am supposed to do this, and this is what, while I'm living and when I'm in life, this is what I'm supposed to do, and that's the point. And I think you perhaps need to find that, and a lot of people, they don't. I watched so many interviews, and Dana says, and it's annoying because he knew exactly what he wanted to do, and he said that's the most fulfilling thing, because every day he woke up and he worked towards it, and he's not feeling like, he said, I'm gonna work till I die, because I'm doing what I always. This is the point of me living here, so I'm doing what I'm always supposed to do. Well, on the grand scheme of things, it all starts the same and all ends the same.
Because it's just one of those situations where it's like, okay, let's say you're at one point in life, and you want to get to a different point. Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah. I got to put in all this work and all that kind of shit. But if we look at it almost like the podcast, right? We were doing the podcast, and to get to the next point that we want to get to, you got to put in a certain amount of work. You got to do all this kind of shit, right? And we just unsubscribed, essentially.
Yeah. So the juice wasn't worth to squeeze.
Life. No, like, genuinely. Like, if you ever just thought about it, like, is it actually, I do all of this to die and be forgotten in the space of 5 years? Yeah. If you're loved, maybe 10. If you're great, maybe 50.
Yeah, well, yeah, like, look at Muhammad Ali. People still talk about him.
Yeah, but I give Muhammad Ali
Yeah, there's people like, if they believe in them, Jesus Christ, forever. If it was a real person, he's lived on for how many, like, and there's like Julius Caesar, the Roman. There is greats that even Leonardo da Vinci, like there is greats that get talked about. I get what you're saying, but for the most part, that's like 1% of the 1% of the 1% of the 1% that's ever lived. Like, for the most part, you're here, you're gone, you're forgotten, life moves on.
Like, because let's put it this way, right? At this point right now, what's there, like 7-8 billion people on the world?
Yeah.
I want to say 50. I remembered, if that.
Yeah.
Like, Trump probably gets remembered because he did some crazy shit, almost got shot.
Yeah. That was mad as well.
You get what I'm saying? I don't think, like, the likes of Mayweather and them, man, they're going to be remembered by a very specific audience. Outside that audience, after a while, they just become names and shit like that. Who actually gets remembered? So it's kind of like, some people it's like,
why do all of this?
Your meaning for life and everything is legacy. Like, I always hear like someone like KSI always talk about legacy. My legacy to be great. My legacy. But in the grand scheme of things, your legacy dies pretty
Yeah,
often.
Schultz was saying that. Schultz says he couldn't give a crap about legacy because he doesn't care what happens when he's not here.
Exactly, and once again, it's just one of them situations where, like we've said again, a lot of these people are going to be forgotten about. Like, okay, like look at the boys that have died from like violence and street shit and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, you get put on a t-shirt. Yeah, your boys say rest in peace, blah 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 blah. Some of your boys might even get you tied on your hat, on their body and everything like that. But the minute that guy dies, it's pretty much over.
Yeah, no, I don't think you can answer that question as a whole. I don't think there's a one point of life, and I think everybody finds that point in life in a different ways, and some people don't.
Okay, but then how do you have the motivation to want to bother doing it?
Ooh, that's a big deep question even for me. And to your point, some people find that motivation. And I remember I used to have a friend, and she went through a lot at home, and she was going through like the depression, and she was one of my best friends when I was younger. And obviously, she texted me years later to just thank me for being there with her, and I wasn't even deep in it like that. But she said there was many times that she contemplated.
Ending all. Yeah,
and they said her motivation at the time was her little sister. So some people have different motivations also. So because
someone's got to find you.
Yeah. So the motivation for her was like, I have a little sister and I don't want her to see this and I don't want her to live through that. I don't want her to grieve me. So that was her motivation to keep going then. And I don't know if I see her on Instagram, but I don't know if she still goes through that situation or what her motivation is today. People find motivation in different ways, and a lot of it, I would say most of the time, is your loved ones or your family. And some people, that loved one or families might not be enough. It's like, I love you people, I love everybody here, but I don't want to live this life the way I'm living it. Because some people battles with real demons and it's in their head every day. They can't switch it off, they can't turn it off. And the only way to turn it off, they're like, I have to do this because I'm not at peace living here. Like, it's not worth it for me. But there's no clear answer. But now I have a son. I have that might be my motivation if I'm in a really dark day. There's moments I have dreams, I have moments, and like I'm in the middle of a dream and something shit's happening. I'm like, no, Fikayo needs me. Like, I tell myself, no, my son needs me. Like he might, like, maybe that's just me telling it to myself. He might not need me as much as I feel like he needs me, but I feel like he needs me. And I don't want to do stupid shit as much because I'm watching even Presumed Innocence. He's cheating. He has to tell his kids that I cheated on your mom around the kitchen table. Oh, that's and I'm like, that's all cool. That's a moment that I was like, rah, I don't even want to have that moment, you know. So that's like, I don't want to look at my son in the face and him look at me like, I hurt your mom in so many ways. I'm the one destroying your family. So I have a little boy that's like, oh, here's my motivation now, and people find that in different ways. And for some people, it could be just like their job or what they do. Like, I love this so much, no matter how I'm feeling, I don't want to give this up. Yeah, no, makes sense. What would right now? I have a cop out, let's say, because I have a son, so I can just say he's my motivation towards things, you know. But I can't remember. I'm lucky enough; I've never really gone through mental health struggles like that. Yeah. So whereas I felt like I needed a motivation to kind of get me out of a rut, I'm lucky. But you've kind of touched on it before. What would have been your motivation?
Honestly, I swing back and forth from this is all pointless, and I actually don't know if I even want to do this. To sometimes this shit can be lit.
It can be lit though. It can be lit.
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you're out and you're like, sometimes you're out and you look around and you're like, this shit lit. And then sometimes you're like, yeah, sometimes what is the fucking point of all this shit? I get like unsubscribe.
You wake up at 7 a.m. on a Monday, it's raining. You're like, why am I doing
you know
this?
What I'm saying? And then next thing, and you're looking at things like, I've got to get up to go take a shower and get ready for work in like 5 minutes, and I don't want to do this. Yeah. And then you realize that like What's the fucking point?
Yeah.
Like, what's actually so like? I don't know. For me,
I don't think I don't think there's a set answer for what the point is. Cause I think everybody discovers what that is, and everybody what works for them. And like, even though what you're saying ultimately is the end, the beginning and the end is the same. It's really what's in the middle is life.
Honestly, I actually wish I didn't care.
About what?
Like, sometimes I sit there and life, no matter how big you are, you're insignificant, and it's almost like. That feeling of being so tiny and insignificant, it almost feels like it just further adds to the point of like, what's the fucking point?
And I think you're insignificant to a whole, but I think it's acknowledging you're massive to your world, and I think that's all that matters. Like I'm big within my family. I'm a big brother. I'm a son. I'm a husband. I'm a dad, and that world. I might be insignificant to my flipping office where there's 3,000 employees. I could leave tomorrow and nothing will change. It'll just keep ticking. But if something happens to me in my life, it'll bring a lot of hurt and a lot of pain. So I'm significant, and of course, with time they'll heal and they'll get over it. But I'm still big within my own little world. So
I hear that, but it's also I think it's one of those situations where, and I say this very very weirdly because I've never lost somebody that I've cared about. If that makes any sense.
I'm lucky. I'm the same.
Even my grandparents, all that, like by the time they passed, they were strangers. You get what I'm saying? No. So it's one, but I have seen situations where people have lost family members, and it's almost as if that family member didn't exist. Obviously, I didn't lose them, so I don't feel that constant pain of whatever they must be going through, which I fully understand. You get what I'm saying? But sometimes from the outside looking in, it's like even then when these people had you so broken and all this kind of like the loss of this person had this person so broken and all this kind of shit, the world doesn't stop ticking.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
I learned, I think that was like, I always say that's one lesson I learned in I think it was like 19. I was like, with or without you, shit just goes on.
Faham.
Like obviously when you're going through trials and tribulation, you lose someone. I didn't lose someone that was in death. I just lost someone like that. Obviously she was big in my life at this point and she became a stranger. And that was the first time I noticed, you still gotta go to college. You still gotta do this. You still gotta do that. You still gotta wake up. It's like, life will just keep ticking. And this wasn't even death thing. This was like sometimes when you like it's not death, but when you break up with someone,
breakups can feel like death.
you can feel like wow, I was so connected to you, and you're no longer here. So you can feel like wow, but you can only so much you can only wall off for so long because shit just keeps ticking.
Yeah, I know, but then those are the things that then go back into feeding into the. What's the point?
Yeah,
like,
no.
Do you get what I'm saying? It's like you know what it is, yeah. Like you said, it's like if you're in a shitty place, right? You've got to do so much work and so much personal development and personal growth and all this kind of shit to get out of that, yeah. And it's like you do all of that, you struggle, you do all of that to get out of that. Yeah, granted, you might have a couple great moments here and there, but like the problems also don't stop. The person that was poor and the only problems they think in their life is, I need money so I can eat, I need money so I can have a house. That person gets rich. Then they realize that, the money doesn't solve it all. Yeah. Now I've got to go rebuild all that shit again. And it's at some point, and maybe it's the lazy motherfucker in me, it's just like why am I working for? Like I don't even care anymore. Do you get what I'm saying? It's like I'm gonna do all of this work to struggle again. I'm gonna do all of this to like it just almost makes it feel like.
Yeah, and pointless. I think I understand your generic overall point, like what is there to life, because we're gonna go through this process and this is what's gonna happen. But I still maintain that the middle is the point, and you have to make that what it is, and that's up to you. Like, and I think like Hannah Montana said, life's what you make it, so let's make it right. Like I remember her saying that when she was young, and we could talk about people that sometimes find their purpose or find their goal, and even though their end is gonna be 6 foot under like everybody else, but once they lived, when they were living, they said, you know what? I lived the life that I wanted to live, and I did what if this was the end, and like if this is the end anyways, on my way here, I did what I wanted to do to get to this destination. And I think that's the journey is the point. So I think that's it. But that was a good way to end the conversation. And to see, the problem is you're a Drake fan. He drops 100 GB of content. Obviously, we don't go through it all. But why do you think he did that?
Sometimes you gotta pop out and show niggas. Hey, we didn't even pop intro for us.
Hey, well, anyways, we are here. We are charged.
Bang, bang.
This is the podcast with the highest level of analysis the culture needs. I'm Daddy J, but you mans call me Jordan, and I'm here with.
You know, she girls with voice, big Dage nigga with the Midas touch.
Like, come on. But now, shout out, like, obviously, I didn't see or watch everything, but I was like, I guess I don't know, because obviously the last 3 to 6 months it was all about the Kendrick, and this is him. First time he's released really anything from him. I know it's nothing, but it's kind of just put out like all the behind the scenes content out there. Because this is something you think he would save for his documentary, like when he's done all this content.
But sometimes you gotta distract people.
Morris said the same thing. Morris said it's like sometimes winning the narrative battle, just changing the narrative, is better than actually winning the battle.
Oh no, actually, no. Apparently, there's some shit going on with Drake right now.
Well, what you mean?
As in, like rumors going around him having a weird thing with dogs and like
for my dogs.
No,
freaky ass nigga.
No, bro. Apparently, it's a whole thing. Like, apparently, if you go through his whole career, like he's got this weird obsession with dogs. But like everybody, like how the internet like to stretch everything.
Of course.
So obviously, you take everything with a grain of salt. But it's like there was surveillance camera footage of him with somebody that's in a wheelchair. Apparently, something happened there or whatever. But like, so it's one of those situations. If you can see that that's happening there, if I give you a couple bangers and some behind the scenes shit, nobody cares about
kill a story anymore. With a story.
Do you get what I'm saying? Like the government do it all the fucking time. Also, what the fuck is happening with the world, bro? Apparently, is it Bangladesh? They overthrew their government.
Oh, did they?
Yeah. The Irani prime minister or the Irani president or whatever was flying somewhere or something like that, and apparently plane went down. Like the US are bringing forces around. Like Israel Palestine is supposed to be getting worse, bruv.
Maybe the
end is coming sooner than we thought.
Maybe it's the end.
Hey, all I'm saying is those trumpets shouldn't pop before this episode comes out.
But yeah, I would say shout out Drake, but yeah, it's been a mad few months for him, and I was thinking maybe you should just go away for a while, come back next year. But if you want us to kill a story with a story, I get it. And shout out to Kendrick. This was one of the best music 3 months I've ever seen. They just dance on my guy's grave consistently.
Last question, because obviously we're all proud of Rashida and that. Like, first of all, like I said, I was watching RTE and they call her the greatest Irish sprinter ever, and she's 21. And she's just started.
By the next Olympics she'll be 25.
If she comes home with even just one gold, what are we doing? Are we joining the party?
For me, even if she medals, I'm trying to party, bro.
Hey,
if she medals,
no, it's facts.
If she medals, that's
because you know what? I think the internet and the world has got us so fucked up. That you think getting a bronze is bad. A bronze in the Olympics.
You're like the third best in the world at this.
Also, no allows.
No. That's why I always say I've said it all the time. I don't really people that are humble. I like that. If you know you're good, don't be fake humble. Let me know. Like even when Nigeria were talking like, you know what? They really do be popping their thing. Like, in my house, I told you, like I went to Niger and they played their homegrown talents in their restaurants. I'm like, fair enough. Talk your shit, but back it up. I respect it even more. I respect it even more. Back that shit.
My nigga said world champion of what?
It's a world champion of what?
For those that don't know who we're talking about, Noah Lyles he's a sprinter. What's called? They asked him in the interview, like, is the gap between the average person and you bigger than the gap between the average person and LeBron? He's like, the gap between me and the average person, they're closer to LeBron than they are to him. And then he was talking about like these what's called NBA stars and all that always say world champions, but the sport is played in just their country.
America, and
he's like world champion or what? And he's like, I'm the third fastest man right now. You're closer to LeBron than you are to me. And the whole US went in an uproar and everything. And that guy came out and said, watch me do my shit.
He popped out and showed niggas.
He really did.
He really
did. Nah, but bro, man. But yeah, so man, like shout out to Rashida. Hopefully she comes back with a medal. She's done an amazing job already.
Yeah.
Like at 21, because like what she's got another 3-4 Olympics.
Yeah, she was 25, 29, and even if she wants, because it's 400 meters, so she can even go to 33. Really,
and apparently she only started running 400 meters a couple of years ago.
Yeah, no, she's killing it.
It's crazy, man. Like once again, also immigrants. Fam,
when there's spotlight, they'll say we're Irish. When there's one of us that's good, it's not all of us that are good. Bro, when there's one of us that's bad, it's all of us.
She's plastered all over RT.
But you know, it's still paining some people. You know, them on like
it's definitely paining them
or something.
But to be fair, what they have, I think 4 medals now.
Yeah, 4 medals, 4 golds as well.
4 gold. Hey, Ireland, I hear. Shout out to you guys.
Especially for a small country like this, but Yeah?
Yeah, I think
We'll see you guys again soon.
to be honest, there's so much to cover. We can't get through it all.
Yeah.
I know we missed bear shit as well, but
well, we gave you a good conversation.
Yeah, man.
Comment, like, and subscribe.
Love, guys. Appreciate you, man.
If you made it to the end of the podcast, like anything we said, well, you can charge.
Also, tell a friend, innit?
Bang, bang.